We got some catching up to do. We have to talk about this hair, where I've been, what's been going on, all of the things.
Soften up the mess, drop it in the water, let the daughter find an image with the rest.
Let's start out with this hair. Today I have a 5 and 6 month update. The hair is flourishing. If you cannot tell, do y'all see she got a little more hang time? Let me show you how I started and where we are today, y'all, because I'm happy with the growth of my hair, and I can definitely see how it is taking off and it's starting to do its own thing. In addition to that, what I have noticed is my hair is a lot drier, so I'm having to put a lot more oil in my hair. Primarily, it's the ends that I'm having to keep moisturized, and it could be the color of my hair because it's giving this sandy color. Part of me wants to go and put a black rinse just to liven it up a little bit, but I really haven't decided on that just yet because I do want to leave it alone because I do have heat damage and allow it to do what it's going to do. It's just some days it's just not given. So I am still using the same type of oil. I did go and buy some argan oil, and I'm using that also because it's a thicker oil, which I tend to use more on the ends of the hair. What else has happened? The knots. The knots that I'm experiencing at the ends of my hair, y'all, is just driving me insane. Now, I know that this is where your hair tends to lock first and then it goes up the strand of the hair, but to those of you that can leave them, I commend you. But these knots and bulbs at the end of my hair are driving me insane. And I'll be honest with you, I'm cutting them off. Y'all, don't do as I do. Like, I'm just being honest with you. I want to tell you exactly what I'm doing because at the time, I am enjoying the curly ends. And what I don't want to see is curly ends and then knots at the ends, like these little bulb things. It's an eyesore. I do love seeing how much of my hair is now interlocked versus when I started 5 months or 6 months ago. So that is really nice to see. But y'all, it is doing great. I have gotten so many compliments on my hair, girl. I don't think I've ever got this many compliments on my hair. Do you hear me when I say never, ever, ever, ever? Okay. Never. I have my good days and I have my bad days when it comes to my hair. I do have to make sure I do a braid out at least three days out the week. That is probably the worst part of it, is to be all the way honest and clear with that. Y'all, if I don't do a braid out, my hair is a hot freezing mess by the end of the week. Otherwise, it just reverts back into this fro type state and it's not given. It's not given at all. I'm not loving it. My hairstyles then become very limited. I did just come back from vacation, so I'm gonna show you exactly what I'm talking about. And I had to do a braid out every day on this hair. And for those of you that do not follow me on Instagram, I'm gonna put my handle here on the screen. Go over and check me out. Y'all, I just got back from Turks and Caicos, and y'all, it was an amazing trip, but a little overrated. And I'll probably make another video on that because, honey, social media has hyped up some things. It is absolutely gorgeous. It is beautiful. The water is clear. It's blue. Y'all, it's wonderful. But it's overrated and overpriced. More life updates. Let's see. So we've talked about my hair. Just came back from Turks. Turks was amazing. Overrated, overpriced. I'll tell you more about that in another video. But if you're definitely looking to go there, I would say go. What else? Weight loss. Can y'all tell your girl has lost some weight? Girl, honey, she is 15 pounds down. How I lost the weight. I'm going to save y'all a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo, right? I literally went on keto. I did keto for approximately 2 months, and I incorporated intermittent fasting. So I would eat between 9:30 and 5:30 each day. And if I'm honest, some days my last meal would be around noon and I would do a protein shake. So the first month of me being on keto, I cut out coffee also because I like a little coffee in my sugar and cream because I go heavy on the sugar and heavy on the cream. So of course, once I started keto, that was one of the things that I had to give up because I just did not have the taste for sugar-free types drinks. It just, especially at Starbucks, it wasn't given. It wasn't given at all. And One day I went to go and find a sugar-free drink at my job because we have a cafe. And the guy saw that I had this protein shake and he asked me, was I doing the TikTok trend? Well, of course not, because I hadn't heard of it. So he told me about it and he was like, listen, just take this, try it and let me know. Game changer. Now that I'm no longer doing keto, I am still drinking this drink because I love it that much, okay? Trust me, try it. So I'm still doing that. So for the most part, I kept my diet really simple. Each morning I would eat an omelet, and then for lunch I would do a protein shake, or I would eat a small salad. And then for the most part, that held me for the rest of the day. When I felt like I needed something to snack on, I would probably eat like a few berries, like strawberries, blueberries, or I would eat nuts. And that was my routine. It didn't get old. And that's what I stuck with. If I wanted a change, I would probably go to Chipotle and get one of their salad bowls with barbacoa. I won't be going back on keto, but I will continue with my intermittent fasting. I have decided to reintroduce all fruit, right? Because I want to do something, I want to start back juicing, and I'm still going to maintain a low carb, low sugar type diet. So I won't be going back to like the sugary drinks and that kind of thing. So yeah, that is what works for me. And exercise. Yeah, child, it ain't just eating. No, baby, she ain't just been eating out. Between intermittent fasting, keto, and walking 2 miles a day, I was able to lose 15 pounds in 2 weeks. I'm in 2 months. And if I did not tell y'all, yes, honey, your girl is 43 now. Okay. Honey, yes, she had a birthday. I am not ashamed of my age. I know a lot of people don't want to tell people how old they are, but honey, I don't care about none of that, because I am so grateful to God for allowing me to see age 43. There is no way I'm not going to be proud of the age that I am. It's a blessing, okay? Because there are so many people that did not make it to this age. So for me to sit here and act like I'm a lady and I refuse to tell how old I am, no, baby. She's 43 and she's proud of it. I'm going to leave y'all with this, because I've been sharing it across my platforms. I don't know who this is for. Baby, it could be for me. And maybe it could be for you. But either way, I just want to tell y'all to make sure that y'all are trusting God. I don't care what season of life y'all are in. Make sure you are trusting God. You know, I'm going to insert this clip for y'all because I really want y'all to see this. And y'all, I don't know if this message is for me or for someone else, but I'm going to continue to bring it to you until I no longer feel compelled to. So while on my way to work this morning, I was listening to Promises by Maverick City Music. And one of the popular verses in this song is, I'll still bless you in the middle of my storm, in the middle of my trial. I'll still bless you in the middle of the road when I don't know which way to go. I'll still bless you. And while listening to this, I had this clear vision of Peter placing his foot on water. Now, hear me out. I know we're all familiar with with the story about Peter walking on water, but just imagine the level of trust it must have taken Peter to not only place his foot outside of the boat on water and placing it on a foundation that he knew that could not sustain him. I'm talking about placing your foot outside of the boat, right? And placing your weight on it. Y'all, when I say it, this hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, just imagine the level of trust he had to not only place his foot outside the boat, but place his weight on a foundation that cannot sustain the weight. That cannot sustain the weight. It defies the laws of gravity for you to be able to walk on water. So this is the level of trust that I'm talking about. Do you trust God in the middle of your situation, despite what it looks like, when it defies all odds, when it goes against everything that you know to be true? Do you trust God? Do you believe that He will carry you, that He will sustain you? Do you trust God? Think about that. That this is the level of trust that you have to have in God, that you know, despite everything that is going on around you, despite what you are up against, despite what it looks like, despite how you feel, do you trust Him? Will you put your weight on that thing? Will you lean in and without a shadow of a doubt, trust God and know that He has you? So again, I ask you, do you trust Him?
Do you trust God?
Just like this new revelation for me, because the day before I had this thing where I got up and walked from my desk, and I was like, how often do we get up and walk and not give a second thought to our legs working? We just do it, right? It becomes second nature. So why is it that it doesn't become second nature to put our trust in God when our back is against the wall, when we run up against things and that type of stuff? We lose faith. We begin to not trust him when things don't work out in our favor. So the next day, when I had this image of Peter placing his feet on water and he put his weight on it because he trusted that God was going to hold him up, y'all, the revelation of that hit me so hard that it was just like, you know what? I need you to not just only trust him, but put your weight on it. You know what I'm saying? Fully trust God. Give it no second thought. Know that whatever you are going through, whatever you are dealing with, whether good or bad, that God has you. You can put your weight on that. You can trust and believe that God will see you through. Y'all, and I'm just going to leave you with that. Hope you enjoy the content. As always, I love you. God bless. And until next time, bye.